Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that, and also apologies if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well. If there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it can't be helped, and hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision related video here on my channel, and today I am going to be taking a look at the ESC250 2024 poll, the results of which were announced yesterday on New Year's Eve 2024. I am going to take a look specifically at the top 100. I am going to go from positions 100 to 51 fairly swiftly, and then I might talk about some of the songs in a bit more detail as we go from positions 50 to number 1. As always, you are welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below. And as always, there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. It does appear as though every single song that was voted for is listed on the songfestival.be website. They are the ones who organise this. If you voted yourself, feel free to let me know where the songs you voted for finished in this ranking and whether you are surprised or disappointed with some of the results. I will look at this in more detail at some point in the future, but what I will do before this video is over, I will look for all of the songs that I voted for and see exactly where they finished, because I know for sure that not all of them finished in the top 250. Right at the bottom of this list is Denmark 1964, that is Sangen om dig by Bjørn Tidemand, tied on one single point with many other tracks. Number 1000 is, where are we? Greece 1979, Socrates by Elpida. Number 500 is Israel 2008, The Fire in Your Eyes, Boat Smalder, pretty good singer. The song was written by Dana International, a former winner themselves, and it's a lovely ballad. And number 250, just getting into yesterday's list, and of course I should say Happy New Year to anybody watching this video, is the jury winner from 2019 in Tel Aviv, North Macedonia, Tamara Tedevska, Proud. And she finishes on 420 points, just above Bosnia and Herzegovina 2009. Of course, that split screen in Tel Aviv that year should have been Tamara and Duncan Lawrence. It was actually John Lundvik and Duncan Lawrence, and that was because of a bit of a voting mishap. Anyway, let's now go from positions 100 to, I've just seen U Jardim, which should be a lot higher. But anyway, Discotheque is not very high either. Attention is not very high, oh dear me. Anyway, let's not make this too messy, if I can help it. Number 100, I'm going to rattle through these positions 100 to 51 fairly quickly. Let me know your thoughts on these tracks if you so wish. So number 100 is Évidemment for France 2023, Lazare. Beautiful song, a diva type figure. There she was in Liverpool, expected to do very well. Juries didn't mind it, public not so keen, mid-table overall. Number 99 is Slovenia 2019, Jale Krauj and Gasper Chantel with Sebi. Nice, pleasant, relaxing tune. He was just standing there for 3 minutes looking rather creepily into her eyes. She did most of the work if you ask me, but a nice effort overall. 98 is my winner from 2011, Erik Saade for Sweden, popular. Lyrically, not great. It was more about the overall look of this performance and the choreo and that moment where he smashed the glass. Clearly a bit of a showman type figure. He finished third. I thought he was going to win at the time. 97 is the song I gave 12 points to, Netherlands 2014, Calm After the Storm, Common Linnets, Ilse and Waylon and the other musicians around them. So beautiful, lovely, lovely track. Never get tired of it. We move on. 96 is Randayad for Estonia 2009, Urban Symphony, that big stage in Moscow. This was really nicely done, quite simplistic, a really beautiful melody. They went for a sort of Northern Lights thing on the backdrop, if I remember correctly. We move on, it's a lovely track. 95, Cyprus 2021, if you ask me, that's a little bit high. Opened the final, this is El Diablo, a bit of a saucy pop number, fire at the end, choreo, dancers with her, product placement in the music video. Yeah, not a bad song. 95 though, that's maybe a little bit high, but you know, it is what it is. 94 is the first song from last year. I have to say last year, not this year. Belgium 2024, Before the Party's Over by Musty, didn't qualify, loads of fans loved it, and then People saw his rehearsal footage and then the performance in the second semi-final, and they just went off it. His vocals maybe weren't the best on the night, and indeed during some of the pre-contest shows as well, but it's still a really, really solid effort. 93 is A Monster Like Me, Norway 2015, my runner-up that year. This finished, I think, 8th or 7th in real life. Merland and Deborah Scarlett, absolutely fantastic, really simply staged. The public weren't so keen on this, the jurors liked it a lot more, no real surprise there. Number 92 is Satellite by Lena, the winner for Germany in 2010. She is such a big star, she's had a lot of success in Germany over the years. This was a worthy winner. Then we have Tears Getting Sober by Victoria, Bulgaria 2020. I preferred the song that she had in 2021, but this is also a very tender, gentle effort. Number 90 is Maria Magdalena by Doris Dragovic for Croatia 1999. Very powerful stuff. I imagine at the time a lot of people thought that this was really in with a very serious shot of winning, but in the end it was sort of Sweden and Iceland who dominated the results that year. Germany were up there too. But yeah, Maria Magdalena, not a song that I love, but it's still pretty decent. Number 89 is Armenia from last year, Yako by Ladaniva. Fun stuff, highly catchy, very colourful. We move on. That's really nice to see. Number 88 is Estonia from 2023, Bridges by Alika. Only just made the final, in all honesty. Of course, this was the first time we had a 100% public vote semi-final. That was reintroduced. And then in the final, public weren't so keen, juries loved it. In the end, she finished in the top 10, one of the results of the year, if not the result of the 2023 contest. Number 87 is Spain 2014, my runner-up that year, Dancing in the Rain by Ruth Lorenzo, formerly on the UK's version of The X Factor. She sang the hell out of this, great ballad, would you believe it, public weren't so keen, juries liked it a lot more. Number 86 is Norway 2013, my runner-up that year, I Feed You My Love, Margaret Berger, great, cool, sophisticated stuff. Number 85 is a song that I've never loved, but I can appreciate it, Love Injected by Aminata, Latvia 2015. Great ballad, great vocals, an element of mystery to it as well, I would say. Not bad at all. Number 84, this happened last year, and I think the year before that. Where is the love for this song coming from? It is Croatia 2011, Celebrate by Daria. This is not a particularly strong Croatian entry. It is not the strongest track whatsoever. How on earth is that number 84? How is that above Bridges, Dancing in the Rain, Calm After the Storm? Clearly, a lot of Eurovision fans are loving it, all these years later. I just don't understand that one myself. Maybe I'm missing something. Number 83 is Brividi, Mahmoud and Blanco, Italy 2022 on home soil. Nice ballad. Didn't love the live performance, but it's a nice song. 82, Switzerland 2020, Répondez-moi, John's Tears, incredible singer, lovely ballad, would have done well had the contest gone ahead. 81, Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit, Gina G, from Australia, representing the UK, Oslo 1996. This song went to number 1 in the UK, the last UK Eurovision entry to do so. It was on early in the running order, was one of the favourites to win, fell short. Computers on stage as well for this one. Number 80, Vuelve Conmigo, Annabelle Conde, who would be back as a backing singer for Andorra 10 years after this. Dublin 1995, it was the runner-up. It's a great, passionately delivered song. Number 79 is Stefania by Kalush Orchestra, the very clear winner for Ukraine in 2022 in Turin. That's really low. 79th place for that is quite surprising. Then again, you could argue that maybe it's not the most popular winner we've had over the past few years, even though it won by a mile. I don't mind it. Number 78 is Turkey 2009, Hadisa Dum Tek Tek, another song that I've never loved, but I don't mind it. It's fairly catchy. Bit of choreography as well. Number 77 is Bosnia and Herzegovina 2006, Harry Matahari, Layla, beautiful stuff. At the time, maybe didn't appreciate it too much because I was a lot younger. Now, as a fully fledged grown-up, I really do appreciate this song for what it is. A great, great ballad. Arguably should have finished in second place, not third that year. Turkey 1997 is number 76. This is Dinla by Şebnem Pakır and Group Ethnic. Super catchy, on early in the running order. She looked fantastic. One of Turkey's best. Number 75 is Think About Things by Daddy and Gagner for Iceland 2020. A lot of people say this would have won. Only number 75 here. Wow. And that song was big. That song during the pandemic was getting a lot of love. So I'm surprised it's that low on this list. Maybe the novelty of it has worn off a bit, if novelty is the right word. I like it. I prefer that slightly more than the song that they were at Eurovision with a year later. Number 74 is Vyšlatňár by AWS. The lead singer of this group passed away a couple of years ago. Lisbon 2018. Metal music, very aggressively delivered. Fire, flashing lights galore. Not bad at all, very different. Serbia and Montenegro 2004. Lani Mohja, Željko Joksimovic and the Ad Hoc Orchestra is number 73. Takes a while to get going, but instrumentally bang on the money. Number 72 is Russia 2016, You Are the Only One. This was the public's favourite, Sergei Lazarev. Through the kitchen sink at the performance, moving about on that screen. It was all very nifty stuff, to be honest with you. Number 71, this is great to see. Greece 2022, Die Together, Amanda Tenfjord, beautiful. The chairs that sort of melted into the stage floor, absolutely terrific. Lithuania 2022 is number 70, Sentimente by Monica Liu. Never loved it, but it's a slinky, jazzy sort of song. Number 69 is Only Teardrops, my winner in 2013, the real-life winner that year in Malmö, Emily de Forest, who was a few weeks younger than me. Absolutely fantastic. Maybe a little low here. Number 69, it is what it is. Definitely a song that I've enjoyed over the years. Number 68 is Turkey 2010, so above the real-life winner that year, We Could Be the Same by Manga. Good song, The Woman in the Mask, sparks flying. Yeah, not a bad performance at all. Number 67 is Noah Kirel for Israel 2023, Unicorn. My friend Peter, who was with me in Liverpool, thought that she was absolutely gorgeous. Not a bad pop song, heavy on the choreo. For the last 30 seconds, she didn't even sing anything because it was all moving about. Pretty good stuff, it has to be said. Number 66, We Will Rave for Austria last year. That's maybe a little bit high. People loved that song when it was released, and then the momentum sort of fell off a cliff a little bit. I didn't think it was the most amazing live performance, but it's certainly a song that I can listen to and enjoy. Number 65 is Sound of Silence, Dami Eam, Australia 2016. Yeah, lovely ballad. I would rather that song won over Ukraine that year myself. Not that I've got anything against 1944 really, but Sound of Silence, yeah, definitely a very, very well-sung ballad. 64 is Rise Like a Phoenix, Austria 2014. Yeah, definitely this sort of evergreen Eurovision winner, still so massively popular, very dramatic in terms of the way it came across, very clearly at the time the one to beat. Serbia 2023, Samo mi se spava by Luke Black is number 63 on this list, very whispery, very, I don't want to use the word dramatic, but it felt very ominous somehow. That's quite high on this list if you ask me. Number 62 is Sweden from last year, Marcus and Martinez with Unforgettable. Pretty bog standard pop song to be honest with you. Number 61, Greece 2001, Die For You by Antique. I'm surprised that's not higher because I know a lot of Eurovision fans really love it. Nice song, Helena Paparizou, future winner of course. Number 60 is Turkey 2003, that's Every Way That I Can by Sertab Erener. Yeah, she was there in Malmö last year as part of the interval act in the second semi-final, I think it was, don't quote me on that. Really nice song, early in the running order, only just won. Obviously it was very close between a few countries in 2003, a contest that is very dear to my heart. I'm surprised that's not higher. Spaceman by Sam Ryder is number 59 for the UK 2022. One of our best efforts for a long, long time, but it looks more and more like a one-off with each passing year. Number 58 is Dancing Lasha Tumbai for Ukraine 2007 in Helsinki, Verka Serduchka. This was the runner-up. It's very fun, it's very silly, it's still so popular, I am amazed it's not higher. 57 is Armenia, Liverpool 2023, Future Lover by Brunette, a song that I liked more after the contest, thought that she performed it really well. Who the Hell is Edgar for Taya and Selena is Austria 2023, that's number 56 on this list. Opened the final, closed the second semi-final, did it not. Ultimately flopped a little bit, it has to be said, especially in the public vote. Number 55 is Norway 2023, Queen of Kings by Alessandra. That should be a bit higher. Great stuff, really likeable performer, and I think she sang it really well. Number 54 is Slovenia last year, Veronica by Raven. That's quite high. because the public didn't really go big for this one at the time. And she was wearing a somewhat revealing outfit, and she had dancers with her. She is a great singer, but the song ultimately didn't leave much of an impression, I would say. Number 53 is Dark Side by Blind Channel, Finland 2021. Good rock song, nothing else to add. Number 52 is France from last year, Mon Amour by Slimane. He sang the hell out of it. Didn't love the way it was presented, but it was still very nicely done. Number 51, Italy 2015, the clear public favourite that year, but the jury screwed it over. Grande Amore by Il Volo. Great singers, closed the final, great stuff. I said that I was going to rattle through positions 100 to 51 fairly briefly. Look at me now, rambling for the ages. Let's move on, shall we? Number 50, Estonia last year, Vis Minust and Pulup. Yeah, I don't mind that song at all. It's clearly not to be taken too seriously. They were having a good time. The result was as expected, in all honesty. Number 49 is Hard Rock Hallelujah by Lordi, the winner for Finland nearly 20 years ago in 2006. Great rock song, heavy on the makeup. I am surprised it's not higher. It is also my winner that year. Due Vite for Marco Mengoni, Italy 2023 is number 48 on this list. Lovely ballad. I think people were maybe underestimating its chances coming into the Liverpool final. Number 47 is Grito by Iolanda for Portugal last year. Great ballad. Public weren't so keen on it. Juries loved it. What a great singer. Number 46 is ABBA with Waterloo, which won in Brighton in 1974 for Sweden. The UK gave it nothing at the time. I am amazed this is not in the top 10 every year, because ABBA is so big and Waterloo is such a well-loved song. It is what it is. Number 45 is Dime by Beth, which finished joint 9th or 10th in 2003 for Spain in Riga. This is absolutely tremendous. She was wearing this rather skimpy outfit. There was choreo. It's just a great pop song, really. Number 44 is Portugal, the winner in 2017, Amar pelos Dois by Salvador Sobral. Definitely a song that I like a lot more now than I did at the time. Beautiful ballad. Number 43 is a song that I voted for, Goodbye to Yesterday, Stig and Elina, Vienna 2015 for Estonia. Fantastic, early in the running order, sort of telling a story with the lyrics and the way it was performed on stage, the way they were looking at each other, that single tear that came down Alina's cheek. Oh, sublime. Number 42 is City Lights by Blanche, also one of my all-time favourites, although I don't think I voted for it. Belgium 2017. Blanche hasn't really done much for a few years. I think she's sort of ventured into filmmaking a little bit and documentary stuff. Don't quote me on that. But this was really fantastic. She was heavily criticised during the rehearsals, and then she pulled it out of the bag and finished in the top 5 that year. Then we have Belgium again, Vienna 2015. There's a lot of songs from 2015 in this list. This is Loic Notte with Rhythm Inside. Very cool, very classy, very elegant, if that's the right word to use. The way that this came across, it felt so intriguing to the viewer, and Suri, who represented the UK a few years after this, was on stage with him. Number 40, Quédate Conmigo by Pastora Soler for Spain 2012. This is the song that you just show people who say that we don't need the juries, because this song was so unbelievably underrated by the public, it's ridiculous. All these years later, the juries liked it a lot more. What a singer, great song. Nocturne, the winner for Norway in 1995, is number 39 on this list by Secret Garden. Thin on the lyrics, but the melody and instrumentation is absolutely sublime. Wonderful stuff. Nebulosa with Thora, Spain's entry last year, is number 38. Like it more than I did at the time. It's very camp. You have the guys with their butt cheeks hanging out. Not bad at all. Bit of pyro as well. Number 37, Lithuania last year, Luktelk, Sylvester Belt, a song that I liked more around the time of the contest, because at first I was a bit on the fence about it. Definitely a very solid song and a pretty solid performance. Number 36, my runner-up last year, Ulveham, Gorta, Norway, last in the final, Blasphemous. I don't really know why people just didn't get on board with this. I can only assume 99% of the people watching, we know, are people hearing the songs for the first time. They probably just thought that this was screaming for 3 minutes. It's obviously not. It's a great, great effort, and a real shame that it was criminally underrated. Number 35 is the winner in 2005, Helena Paparizou, my number 1. Great winner, can't complain. Choreo as well. Number 34, the public vote winner in 2019, Norway, Spirit in the Sky, Kano. They keep coming back to MGP. They might be there again this year, who knows. Very fun and very catchy. Can't really complain at all. Number 33, this is very generous. Latvia 2023, Aija by Sudden Lights. I don't mind this song, but I was never really on the hype train with it. And I think there was a bit of a hype train for this particular track. It didn't even qualify for the final. It's not bad, but I think 33rd is generous. Number 32, that's much better in my opinion. Maro with Saudade Saudade, Portugal 2022, absolutely fantastic. A really lovely ballad. Oh yeah, early in the running order. I know I keep repeating myself by saying that, but it was early in the running order. The public didn't like it quite as much as they perhaps should have done, in my opinion. The juries were on board. Really, really soft and gentle. And I suppose Aija is exactly the same, in all honesty. But I prefer Saudade Saudade from the year before. Number 31 is Heroes by Måns Zelmerlöw for Sweden 2015. Yeah, he's trying again. Any bets on him winning Melfest and winning Eurovision this year? Part with your money now, because it could really happen. Number 30 is Incorpore Sano by Constractor for Serbia 2022. Wasn't such a fan at the time, like it a lot more now. Clearly a very clever entry, staged in a very unusual but somewhat engrossing manner, I would say. Let's all wash our hands. Number 29 is Serbia 2007, the song that won, Molitva, Maria Sherifovic. Absolutely tremendous vocal performance, all about the song. A worthy winner. Number 28 is Mahmoud with Soldi, which was Italy's entry in 2019 in Tel Aviv, which finished in second place. I have sort of gone off this over the years, I have to say. Soldi, clap, clap. Yeah, it's not bad. It is catchy. But I didn't really love it, and I still don't. Number 27, this is quite high. Carpe Diem, Joker Out, Slovenia 2023. Pretty decent indie rock number. I thought the performance in the final was very strong, but the result was as expected. Number 26, De Diepte by Steen, or Esteen, or S10, Netherlands 2022. Loved it from start to finish. Absolutely tremendous. One of the best Dutch entries in recent times. Number 25 is La Noia, Italy last year, Angelina Mango. Beautiful woman, nice song, but the Sanremo performance was arguably a lot stronger. Number 24, Spain 2023, Ella or Ella Ella by Blanca Paloma. This was so very underrated by the public. 5 measly points, was it? What a load of crap. Don't really understand why the public didn't get on board with it. Again, 99% of viewers, people hearing the song for the first time on that evening when the contest was staged in Liverpool 2 years ago, probably thought that this was just wailing for 3 minutes. Obviously not. I thought the juries would like it a lot more as well. That wasn't the case. Great song though. 23, Iceland 2019, Hatrith Munsigra by Hattari. Yeah, very arresting the way that this came across. Very gravelly vocals. And yeah, not a bad song at all. Certainly something very different on the Eurovision stage. Number 22, I think this is quite high. Undo, Sanna Nielsen, Sweden 2014. It's a fine ballad. She had the disco ball and she was there in this black dress. Yeah, not bad, but I don't know, I've sort of gone off it. Number 21, Switzerland 2021, John's Tears, Tout l'univers, fantastic. The moving blocks, the tremendous vocals, everything about this was working really well. It was the jury winner. Number 20, Fairy Tale, the winner by an extremely comfortable margin for Norway in 2009. Alexander Rybak, I can see him coming back to MGP at some point soon. If not this year, then maybe next year. Yeah. Obviously there he was playing the fiddle, or at least pretending to play the violin, with a broken string as well. He owned the performance. I talk about this all the time. He came out on stage, did the business, people voted for him. He won MGP by such an unbelievable margin. Number 19, Ukraine, the winner in 2016, 1944 by Jamala. Obviously a song with a political message. Vocally pretty strong. The performance also pretty strong. But I've just never really loved it. Number 18 is Israel from last year, Hurricane by Eden Golan. I am surprised this isn't higher, in all honesty. Vocally, very impressive, but the song does nothing for me. Number 17, Fire Rumore by Diodato, Italy 2020. Had the contest gone ahead, this would surely have challenged for the win. What a beautiful, beautiful ballad. Number 16, the winner for the Netherlands in 2019, Arcade by Duncan Lawrence. Similar deal here. Beautiful, beautiful ballad. Number 15 is France 2021, Voilà by Barbara Pravi. What else can I say here? A beautiful, beautiful ballad. Number 14 is Ukraine, Last Year, Teresa and Maria, Aliona and Jerry Hale. A song that I liked more after the contest. I liked it anyway, but I liked it even more once the competition was over. Really nicely done, very professionally done, and third place wasn't really much of a surprise. Number 13 is Fuego by Eleni Ferreira, Cyprus 2018. Heavy on the choreo, heavy on the sex appeal, but a really, really solid pop song written by about 500 people for some reason. I'm surprised that's not in the top 10. Number 12 is a song that I voted for, Zitti e Buoni by Måneskin, Italy, the winner in 2021 in Rotterdam. Great rock song. Again, owning the performance. Number 11 is Ireland 2024. I sort of forgot about this for some reason. Doomsday Blue, Bambi Thug, Ireland taking a massive gamble, and it sort of paid off with this witchy, dark, gothic, and highly different entry. It stood out so much. It was unlike anything Ireland had sent before. It was unlike anything anybody's sent before. And so it was definitely its own thing. The performance was owned by Bambi Thug. It was tremendous stuff. Wasn't so sure at the time, but I do like it a lot more now. Number 10 is Shum by Go A, or Go A for Ukraine 2021. This was the runner-up in the public half of the results. Very energetic, particularly in the final third. Very catchy. Yeah, absolutely all about the momentum. Not a bad song at all. Number 9, that's really very generous. Zari by Marina Sati, Greece Last Year. I didn't realise it was quite that popular. I know a lot of people do love it, and the way people were talking about it online last year, I thought that Greece was probably going to finish in the top 5 in the public half of the results at one stage. That didn't happen at all. The public liked it, but not as much as I thought, and the juries didn't like it a great deal, in all honesty, from what I remember. Wow, number 9 on this list, apologies. That's a little bit high if you ask me. Not a bad song, it was definitely doing something a little bit different. But number 9 is quite high. Number 8, Hold Me Closer, Cornelia Jacobs, Sweden 2022. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it from start to finish. Number 7, The Code, the winner last year for Switzerland. Nemo, of course, swinging about on that platform and blending all of these genres. Tremendous, a worthy winner. Number 6, though, the song that finished behind Nemo last year, Rim Tim Taggy Din, Baby Lasagna, my winner of last year's contest as well. Absolutely fantastic, so catchy, sort of Caria 2.0, but also not really Caria 2.0 at all, if you see what I mean. There are some slight similarities, but again, owned the performance, and the crowd were so fired up for it. Number 5, the song that was disqualified from last year's competition, Europapa for the Netherlands, Joost Klein. Yeah, this throbbing beat, this interesting imagery, the blue outfit, the guy dressed as a chicken. There was so much going on with this, really. And I remember people expecting highly impressive staging, and we never really got that. But it was still very enjoyable in the second semi-final. And had this been in the final and eligible for people to vote on it, if you see what I mean, I think this probably would have finished about 6th or 7th. The public would have had it very high, the juries less so. I think the juries would have had this 13th, I think, because we do know how the juries would have voted for this. Anyway, I'm rambling. Number 4 is Slow Mo by Chanel, Spain 2022, the song that finished 3rd that year, but behind Moldova in the public half of the results, which is still quite bizarre to me, but there we are. This was all about the choreo, it was all about the sex appeal. Lyrically, it's quite suggestive as well, but it was very well executed, and I think people appreciated that, and she owned it, and looked great, and sounded pretty good, and it was always likely to do quite well anyway. Number 3 is Cha 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 for Caria, Finland 2023, my winner that year. So lively, so colourful, especially towards the end, very energetic, always performed with great vigour, and the crowd were chanting for him to win, and it just never came to be, because number 2, Loreen Tattoo, Liverpool 2023, she came back and won. To no real surprise, she was the favourite, and She really, really went for it in the final, and she sounded very good. And from start to finish, it was a performance that you couldn't really take your eyes off, I guess. I liked it, but I preferred Finland. And then number one, and quite comfortably number one, Loreen again with Euphoria, Sweden 2012 in Baku. I'm not surprised. She's going to win this poll for many, many more years to come. It's a great, great song. I prefer it over Tattoo, and I really have nothing else to add because my voice is starting to hurt. But there we go. I have gone through the top 100 there, and if you've stuck with me for this video, all credit to you, because all I've done is waffle on for absolutely ages. In terms of the songs that I specifically voted for, so I'm going to have to do this. So the Common Linnets, whoops, the Common Linnets, here we go. They finished in 97th place, which is sort of as expected. Anna Bergendahl, Sweden 2010, she finished 213th, which is really pretty good. That's a rise of nearly 100 places, I think. Absolutely fantastic. This Is My Life. Yes, lovely stuff. That's above Belgium 2003, which I know a lot of people really love. Cha 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 was third, wasn't it? Yeah. Cha Cha Cha. Okay. Zitti e Buoni I mentioned. That finished 12th. Not bad at all. Goodbye to Yesterday. That was 43rd, which isn't bad at all considering it's nearly a decade old. Whoops. Occidentalis Karma. That is number 103, which I think is a little bit low because that was so popular at the time. Attention by Ulrika, 139. That's very disappointing. I think that should be quite a few places higher. That is above France 1991 and France 2022 and the winner for Sweden in 1991, but it is below Adrenalina for San Marino 2021 and Cyprus 2022. That's quite high. Open Your Heart by Birgitta, which I gave 2 points to, 454. Nice that it's still clinging on. That is above the UK 1994, Norway 2005. It's above Wigwam. My goodness me, that's surprising. It's just below Hear Them Calling, TikTok, Violent Thing. Wow, Germany 2020. That's really damn low. And then finally, I gave 1 point to Turkey 2004, which is... where's that then? Here we are, 358. For real, one of the great performances at Eurovision I've ever seen. That's above Belarus 2017 and below Norway 1966. That's a cracking entry by Åsa Cleveland, to be fair. Right, I am clearly losing the plot, so I am going to shut up now. But that's the songs I voted for, and that is my look at the ESC 250 2024 poll. As I said at the start, let me know if you voted and where the songs you voted for finished in this list. If you think any songs finished maybe a bit too high or a bit too low, let me know. If there's any songs that didn't receive a single vote that you think should have done, feel free to let me know about that as well. Hopefully the quality wasn't too bad. Of course, this poll is just a bit of fun. Do not take offence at anything I have said about these tracks. It is all a matter of opinion. We move on. I'll be back with another video fairly soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.